this is a transformational moment for the church and for a fellow by the name of Peter. You can imagine, the rock. Have you seen some rocks around here? So he's going to meet a guy by the name of Cornelius. And guess what town Cornelius is from? Caesarea, right? It says there was a man in Caesarea named Cornelius, a centurion of what was called the Italian regiment. He was a devout man and feared God along with his whole household. He did as many charitable deeds for the Jewish people and always prayed to God. At about 3 in the afternoon, he distinctly saw a vision of an angel of God who came in and said to him, Cornelius. Looking intently at him, he became afraid and said, "What is it, Lord?" He told him, "Your prayers and your acts of charity have come up as a memorial offering before God. Now send men to Joppa." How far is Joppa?
50 kilometers.
50K. All right.
2 days walk.
About 2 days walk. And call for Simon, who is also named Peter. He's lodging with Simon a tanner, whose house is by the sea. So he went up the coast. Right? So let me jump over. It says in verse 24, the following day, so in between there, Caesar is getting a, there you go, how do you beat that? Right. So in the middle, in the meantime, Peter is in Joppa, and he's getting a vision from God about a change in the purity laws as Peter understands them, right? God sends down a blanket, all these animals, and says eat, and they're kosher and non-kosher, and Peter's like, oh, I can't do that.
Julie, you want to show her out?
So Cornelius sends some men up to Joppa to bring Peter back, and Peter's really unsure, but he's got this new vision that maybe everything's okay in God's eyes. Maybe everything that the kosher laws have now been broken through Christ, and so Peter is going to come back. Verse 24. The following day, he entered Caesarea. So Peter has come from Joppa. He's come down to here, to Caesarea. Now Cornelius was expecting them and called together his relatives and close friends. Then Peter entered. Cornelius met him, fell at his feet, and worshipped him. But Peter helped him up and said, "Stand up, I myself am also a man." While talking with him, he went on in and found that many had come together there. Peter said to them, "You know it is forbidden for a Jewish man to associate with a visitor or visit a foreigner, but God has shown me that I must not call any person common or unclean. That's why I came without any objection when I was sent for. So I asked, why did you send for me?" And Cornelius and he have this conversation. But this is a moment in this town where the thought process of Judaism and Christianity just open up. And Peter and Paul are leading that march, and this centurion named Cornelius is used by God. This what's the Gentile? Goyim is used by God to open the eyes of Peter at this moment and take the church in this whole new direction. That God has come, that Christ has come for all people. The temple curtain is rent in two, and God, access to God now is open for everyone. Amen. Right? This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks, God.